Thanks for staying with us. Sentencing proceedings will start in the Western Cape High Court today in the Zephany Nurse kidnapping case. A Lavender Hill woman was found guilty of kidnapping Nurse from her mother's Groote Hospital bedside on April 30th, 1997. Our reporter Annika Larsen will be attending court proceedings. Good morning to you, Annie. We understand that the defense is going to be first up today. Who will they be calling?
That's right. Good morning, Kathy. The defence, Riaz Khan, attorney for the now found guilty, they're going to call a clinical psychologist, and that is the only witness that they're going to call in mitigation of sentence. I would have thought that they would have tried to call a family member at least to testify to the effect that perhaps she'd brought up Zephany Nurse very well, or she'd been a loving mother, but we understand that there'll only be that one witness, and that is the clinical psychologist. The talk here today amongst the biological family members is who are not quite in the inner circle, but who come here to support the direct family members, is whether Zephany Nurse herself will testify for the state today. And I'm not convinced that that will happen, and nor are they, because her testimony for the state in aggravation will be held in camera. Only the prosecution and the attorney for the defence and the judge will be allowed into court, and we understand that they may not even tell us what day that happens, where it happens. It's going to be so secretive because all attempts are being made to keep the identity of Zephany Nurse a secret.
Annika, there's a lot to be said about the fact that both legal teams and the officials involved in this case have succeeded in creating this wall of protection around Zephany Nurse for her family members after she's relocated. I mean, what kind of relationship has she had with them? This has had a significant impact on her life.
You know, that's a very good question, Kathy, because I think it's been quite devastating for everybody involved. For Zephany Nurse herself, who no longer goes by that name, and has made an application in the High Court to make sure that the media don't ever identify her, because she feels as if her life has been torn apart enough. After this revelation. She apparently doesn't have a close relationship with her biological parents. It's been very difficult for them to bond with her. She had to redo matric, and that was awkward. And then she lost effectively the only woman that she knew as her mother, and who she loves very much, but must also feel some sort of resentment or anger towards. The woman who brought her up is now in jail. She's been in Polesmore prison since March, since she was found guilty, and she's living with her non-biological father, who brought her up as his father. He didn't know that she had been kidnapped, so she's still living with that man, who by all accounts has shown her great kindness and compassion and has brought her up as his own, but we understand that the now divorced parents, biological parents, have struggled to create a good bond with her because of the confusion and all the issues of resentment and upset that have been swirling around since this revelation was made last year in February.
All right, Annika, that's where we'll leave it for now. We'll, of course, also bring you an update from Annika once those court proceedings get underway.